My name is Christine from Bright Kenya News. Welcome to another episode of the Baby Show. Today I have a guest. Her name is Evelyn. She deals with matters pertaining teenage pregnancies and gender-based violence. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce her to the show. Karibu sana.
My name is Evelyn Boa. I'm from Awache Foundation, a woman and child empowerment foundation. Focus majorly is on gender issues affecting girls and women in the community. And so we've been able to address also in the prevention area on the gender issues for the girls and for the women in response to ensure that girls and women have their rights. Yeah.
What's the background of Awache Foundation and the word Awache?
Okay, so Awache was founded in 2015 but officially registered in 2016. So Awache is an abbreviation, but the full name is Agape Woman and Child Empowerment Foundation. So our focus majorly is to empower women and children. So children those are below 18 years. And we are empowering them because we want to express our love to them. So we find so many people, so many children in the community do not experience that love. So we are there to share our love with them because, you know, coming from a background whereby communication within your parents was not that easy. So it is the same thing that is happening. So I was not able to call for some products, menstrual products from my mom. I was not able to say that I was being bullied. I was not able to communicate basic things that are about my life because I feared my parents because of the community, because of the harsh conditions that we are living in. But our reason of coming in the community, of course we have an organization, our reason is to reach out directly. So we are not reaching out. You may find our numbers are not that big, but we are looking at direct impact. For example, if we are doing mentorship, we are looking into that one person who will be transformed by our mentorship sessions. We are looking at that one person who will be rescued from a violent family because he needs help. Not just working because we want to, working in numbers. Yeah, we are looking into reaching that impact, but that impact is being created because of love. So what we do, we were working in schools, but currently we are working directly in the community, but also in schools. But because of the COVID measures, sometimes we have scaled down because of the directives that have been given by the Ministry of Education. So what we do, we reach out directly. So our programs are not basically GBV. We have health. So health, we talk about family planning, we talk about maternal health, we talk about menstrual health. But we also talk about gender-based violence because our focus is on the, we have the global goals, SDGs. So the global goals, we are focusing on SDG 3, 4, and 5. That is good health, quality education, and gender equality. So you find for us, those are our key main focus. So in every program that we're trying to roll out, we must ensure that the global goals are being attained.
So do you have like a particular number of girls that you're proud of?
Yeah, in 2019, we mentored teen moms, 20 girls to access training on tailoring. 15 of them have their shops and they are currently running them. In 2020, we did different programs from maternal health to mentorship to access to family planning to teenage pregnancies. We've been able to rescue 50 girls from early marriages. 100 have gone back to school during after COVID. We have 5 girls who have been able to complete the education and they've passed very well. And we are processing some scholarships for them. We also have women who are giving birth through a TBA, traditional birth attendants, but now they're able to access antenatal care clinics in the facilities. So for us, we have reached out and we are ensuring that we have impact, we have success stories. We had a girl who was teen pregnant, but he was thrown away from the house. So he had to come and stay with the boyfriend. And the boyfriend was staying in a small cabana like this, like a shed like this. So accessing that girl was a problem. So we had to ensure that we gave them housing. So currently they are doing well. She gave birth, she's going back to school, and the man has having some income that she's earning. So Yeah, we've done pretty much. Currently, we did mentorship this year when schools were open. Currently, we are doing mentorship for some girls, 50 girls, just to ensure that issues of teen pregnancies, GBV, people are able to call for help anytime, because information is power, and when someone does not have information, for them, they can easily suffer in silence. But if you have information, they can easily come and call for support.
So as a Awache Foundation, in relation to the society, what do you think the society is not doing to sensitize gender-based violence and teenage pregnancy?
So currently we have the rising numbers in GBV, yeah?
Yeah.
But you find in a community whereby GBV is not that accepted, it's a blame game. Like for example, when I'm fighting with my husband, I'm the cause.
Yeah.
For example, if my husband is beating me, it's because I did not submit. And maybe people are assuming that these causes are not that simple. So in the community currently, the challenge that you're facing is people are accepting GBV as GBV, because you have cultures associated to it. If a woman is not beaten, she's not being loved. So those are some of the cultures that are affecting GBV, that it will not go, it will take some time for us to have like zero numbers for GBV. And then also another thing we have is sensitization. Not everyone is aware that kupigwa ni mbaya, kutukanwa, kufanywa nini, being raped by your husband is wrong. People do not have the information. So currently what is happening, we have a local radio station that we are using to sensitize the community to be able to be aware of what is gender-based violence. Gender-based violence is composed of so many things.
Yeah.
Apart from physical violence, it has other composition of GBV. We have sexual assault, we have rape, we have that is violence, physical violence, sexual exploitation, we have rape, we have early marriages, we have FGM. Yeah, basically those are the composition of gender-based violence. And also mental health and financial something with finances.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apart from using radios to sensitize on gender-based violence, what other means do you use?
There's posters, there's word of mouth, we do door-to-door sensitization.
Okay.
We have barazas, community barazas. We have schools that we do the mentorship. Yes. And through the schools, when we have the parents meeting, we also go to do some discussion. But you see now, the problem has been COVID. Yes, so accessing information is sometimes a problem because we need to converge. Yeah.
So suppose we have a lady or a young woman who has been assaulted in the society. What can they do, or how can they do to manage to reach you? And once they reach you, what do you do? What is the next action?
So you say gender-based violence is an emergency. So when, for example, when someone has gone through violence, number one, you're supposed to need to report to the police station. And then if you are having injuries, you need to seek for medical attention. So it depends with your condition. If it is once you need to go for medical condition, then you report to the police. And then after reporting, of course, the police will take the required measures. For example, if it is arresting, if it is ensuring that this girl gets a safe house. So we have different safe houses for gender-based violence. And recently, Major General Badi had announced that we need to look into having shelters for gender-based violence. So I would really want to tell someone, if someone has experienced gender-based violence, you cannot wait. Maybe you can call us, maybe you might be far. You see, we are working in Kibra, but you see this is it's a nationwide issue. Just report, seek for help, and if don't stay in that position, don't stay in that family. For example, if you are married and you're having these challenges with your husband, after reporting, seek for a shelter, a safe space that is free from violence, and then seek for psychological counseling. And then after that, it depends with your case. Everyone has a different case, but the most important thing is to report, because people don't report. So either you report to the chief, you report to the police. We have the toll-free line. We can also report to. We have shelters in the community.
So
if like for us, we have shelters for Shofco. We have Crew has a shelter. We have recently it was announced that in all police stations there will be a gender desk.
Okay.
So when you report, you don't need to have resources. They'll assist you. We have 24 hours or 48 hours operational shelters until you can get help. We have other places whereby people are just being posted, people who have suffered gender-based violence. So you don't need to have money. Just access the nearby police station, access the nearby chief's camp, or call the toll-free line. For me, I normally advise people have the toll-free lines in your phone numbers, because you never know what will happen anytime. So in a scenario whereby someone has come to report in the office, so what we do, number one, is we listen to the case. After listening to the case, there are some that we refer to Shofco, because Shofco is taking care of the cases from the beginning, attending to court sessions until the end. So for us, what we do, depending with how dire the case is, there are some that will, of course, for rape, you have to go to the hospital, and then after going to the hospital, and then you have to go to reporting, and then you get healed, and then on the process of the court now takes charge. But of course, you can be sheltered. You can be referred to a safe house. That is one. For example, someone that has been abused violently, what we do, we refer the person to go to report to the police station. We have a police station in Kibra. So we tell someone to go and report. So after reporting, we refer the person to Crew to help them acquire, because also reporting, some people you need to have maybe lawyers and stuff. So for us, we're not in a position to do all that. So after ensuring that this person reports, of course we will give, after all that, we also give psychological counseling. Yes. So as what we do, we follow up with the organization that you've referred to. Yeah.
Have you received any financial support from the government?
We, in support, normally don't look only in finances. Because when we were doing maternal health campaign during COVID, we didn't have a functional ambulance. And through our campaign and through our advocacy, through the office of the MP, through the office of the MCA, and through the office of the DC, and through the office of the doctor in charge in Kibra Health Center, we're able to have a functional ambulance that is now fully attached with a driver and emergency equipment equipped to need. This was after a forced and continuous discussions with the partners that I've mentioned to ensure that you have a functional ambulance. Currently, you have a functional ambulance. That is a resource to us in the community. We work very closely with health facilities. We work very closely with reproductive health coordinators in Kibra Langata. And then we also work very closely with the public health officer. So the support that you get from them is very important. Of course, there's financial challenges, but what we've been doing is we don't want to focus so much on the finances, focusing on the resources. Of course, money is a resource, yes, but the human resource is also part of the need.
Okay. So as a Watcher Foundation, where do you see yourself in 5 years to come?
Where we see ourselves, number one, is we'll be having a shelter for all teen moms who are not able to access education because of one reason or another. So that means you'll be able to have an educational center for the teen moms and their babies. That is one. Number two, we see ourselves in reduced number of teen pregnancies in the community, because we are working towards reducing the rate of teen pregnancies. We are also seeing ourselves in reduced number of maternal mortality. people who are women dying because of complications developed through pregnancy. We see ourselves in working nationwide.
What are your social media handles? Someone who might be watching, who might want to reach you through your handles.
We are on all social media handles. Twitter, we are Awoche Girls. Facebook, Awoche Foundation. Instagram, Awoche Foundation. Our YouTube channel is upcoming with our podcast.
Okay. So what's your parting shot?
So my parting shot is one, when you are in a challenge, don't be silent, sing for help. Number two, gender-based violence is on the rise, so don't assume any small thing. And then number three, remember your health comes first. In every situation, always look out for your health. And when I talk about health, it's your mental health and your physical health. So to all viewers, you are important and do not overlook any small thing. Thank you.
And to our viewers, we wrap it up here, and stay tuned to another episode, and be blessed. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Goodbye.